Now about the secretaries. Generally, there is one for each department and he wants joint secretaries, deputy secretaries and so on. There is a whole army of secretaries. I do not know how many we have got. It is very difficult to keep pace with the growth of the secretaries in our administration. When the British left, there were a few, now there are too many. I am not at all suggesting that the number should have increased. Our Prime Minister is quite right in saying that the administrative work has increased many times, 50 to 100 times. I do not know whether it is 50 to 100 times, but much of the work is not worth having because if you assess the work properly, then you will find some of the useless things need not be there at all. However, I concede that point that we would require perhaps more ministerial servants in the various departments, more under secretaries, assistants, stenographers, clerks, and so on. I concede that point. But are we not having too many secretaries? I know what work they are doing. Is there any proper check on that? Most of the work that goes in their name is actually done by people about whom we never discuss, whose merit we do not take into account, who are much maligned in the public administration of our country. The men in the lower rung of the ladder of this public administration, these assistants and others do a lot of work and it is a very good thing. We are a cultured people. We are a civilized people and we are a people with initiative. Now, when they feel that they are the functionaries of the government of a free country, naturally they would like to put their very best, and in fact, they are doing so. Unfortunately, their efficiency is not given either due recognition or due incentive which is required in order to tone up the administration and improve the affairs in our public administration. Para, we should reject this idea of administration by the secretaries. We have got a parliament, we have got a ministry which is supposed to be responsible to the parliament. Howsoever irresponsibly at times it may behave constitutionally, it is supposed to be responsible to parliament. And then we have got a big administrative setup of the government of India. Para, there are people of efficiency, people who are not recognized, who nevertheless discharge their duties efficiently. We want to improve the pace of the administration. We want to democratize our administration. That is the crux of the problem. You cannot have initiative and efficiency until you have our administration democratized. There is a bureaucracy, there is soullessness at every point in our administration. I do not know how many of you have talked to the secretaries of the various departments. I have talked to some of the secretaries, but sometimes I feel as if I were talking to the useless persons. One does not see any reaction on their face. I feel that it is a machine that I am talking to. It depresses me, and I am sure many other people also feel depressed. So, all these secretaries of these departments have to be democratized, and they should be responsive to criticism and to the wishes of the public. It all depends on how you talk to the public, how you listen to them, what you gather from what the people say. Not that always they say the right things, but sometimes they say very good things, and such things should be properly gathered. This is not done. Therefore, what is of vital importance for us for improving the public administration in our country is to democratize the administration and do away with the bureaucratic cold bloodedness that exists in our public administration today. That is of vital importance. I stress it again and again because the crux of the problem lies there. Initiative has to be developed at the lower level by entrusting more responsibilities to the lower officials and by giving recognition to their services and also making it easy for them to work. Their conditions of service have to be improved. The emoluments must be made adequate to make their life worth living. All these things are important for improving our public administration. Para, as far as the public undertakings are concerned, I am totally opposed to the bureaucrats or representatives of the big money being placed in positions of authority in public administration. There are people, no matter to which politics they belong, who are efficient, who are devoted, and who can discharge their functions very ably in all walks of life. You can find people from among the common folk who could be placed in those positions. Sir, life insurance has been nationalized. What do we find there? It is a public undertaking of great importance to the country. There you have got the same people. The old furniture is placed with some sort of rearrangement.